like that way. Or you could sit. There you go. I was like,
I need to take pictures of my own Twitter
oh,
so people can retweet.
there we go. Are we good then? Yeah, there's the stage.
Good.
There's Faruha.
help with the cameras or
No,
anything else?
I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. I will. Look at this.
It's looking good.
Yay!
Is the dinosaur here?
I don't think so.
I haven't seen it.
No dinosaur today, folks. Sorry.
No,
So sad.
it's not a real fossil.
If there's no dinosaur involved.
Yeah, but he only got involved this year, didn't he? Or
Yes.
did you? Yeah,
He's new. He's a new addition.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, someone is in the dinosaur
I know.
costume.
They need to come this way a little bit. Oh no. The banner is swaying.
If it falls,
They need to move over. Can you run over and tell them that they need to move over a little bit?
they need to watch out for the bat.
Yeah. Leanna, can you move really quick?
I just gotta get past.
We're concerned that they are gonna knock down the banner.
Alright, problems have been solved.
Excellent.
Good.
There we go.
I was for one day.
No, don't go back. Okay. No. Oh no.
Oh no?
It's moving that way. What are you doing?
Please stop hitting the banner.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames y messieurs, damas y caballeros, and everyone in between. It is with great pleasure that we present to you the first Fossil of the Day award here at the second week of COP24 in Katowice, Poland. Everybody rested up over the weekend? No one went out partying, right? Good. Cool. For those of you who don't know, the Fossil of the Day is perhaps the most prestigious award given here at the COP, and it is given each day to the country that is the best at being the worst, that does the most to do the least, and who tries every little thing, paragraph, sentence, word, and phrase they can to make sure we do not arrive at a fair, just, and binding climate agreement. This award is not just given by me picking out my hat. It is decided each day by CAN International and the CAN Network, which are more than 1,000 organizations all over the world. We take this really seriously, so there's a lot of thought that goes into this. And if you don't like the results, don't blame me. I'm just the messenger. And for those of you who don't know or haven't heard our catchy theme song, we begin each fossil ceremony with the Fossil of the Day's theme song, a song that dates back to time immemorial, when the COPs were still just a nascent dream in all of our eyes, and PPM were still somewhat same level. But we invite all of you to sing with us today. Maestro, if you please.
Fossil of the day, who is right, who is worst? Fossil of the day, fossil of the day, all the blame.
So we did that theme song that way to show that sometimes we get ahead of ourselves, and sometimes we have the wrong song on our phone. But today we have a lot going on because I believe many of you have met our new mascot, Fossil. Can we get a round of applause for Fossil? Thank you. Well, today is a very exciting day because it is Fossil's 5th birthday. That is right. 5 years ago, Fossil was conceived here in Poland. Kind of on a whim, but he's been around ever since. And a lot has changed in the past 5 years. We've signed the Paris Agreement, which is kind of a notable thing. Beyonce has become queen of the universe. We've had 4 of the 5 hottest years on record. The United States slipped into a bout of delusion and elected a demonic scarecrow as its leader. And we've been hit by Haiyan, Irma, Wilma, the typhoons, hurricanes, paradise is burning, and all sorts of climate impacts that are getting worse and worse each year. So, because Fossil here is growing up in this changed and difficult world, we're going to give him just a few little gifts to protect him from this loss and damage. So, come on out, Fossil. Here's your first present. Okay, there you go. Cool. What is it? What is it? Oh, that's cute. Oh, it's some peanuts. That's great. You love peanuts. and that's actually funny because in my country, when you give someone peanuts, it's actually an expression for saying you're not really giving them anything. Well, let's try this other one. Here, Fossil, how about this one? What's in this one? What do we got for you in here? Yeah, okay, here it is. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay. Well, it's not actually a toy, Fossil. I'm sorry. It's just insurance on the box. Just that if anything happens to the box, you'll be redeemed 1/20th of its value, which is actually how much the Dominican Republic was compensated for after they were hit by a hurricane. So, there you go. Okay, well, no, don't worry, man. We got something else here. Ready? This is gonna be a good one. Check it out. There you go. There you go. Oh, what is it? What is it? Oh, wow. Well, this is a good one. You've been granted a migrant refugee from the UN because you can no longer live where you were, so they've acknowledged that climate refugees is a huge problem and are granting global citizenship to all of them. But, well, maybe we need even a better president. Maybe we need help in getting this president. Maybe we need a special task force that can deliver the last present. Whoa, a big one called special task force. Here we go. What do you got? What is it? What is that one? Oh, let's see. That's great. It's a report. The task force has done a report. That's fantastic. That'll really help young fossils. But that's not enough. We also brought a special card for you. Happy 5th birthday, but still no finance. I'm sorry, this guy, but we've got a whole bunch of messages for you. You know, we wish you all the best. We wish you a welcoming of the IPCC report, inclusion in Articles 9.5 and 9.7, new financing mechanisms, more GN finance, a recognition of the reality of global tension. We wish you a lot of stuff. We're just not going to actually give it to you right now. Sorry. But, that's right. Ladies, gentlemen, dames and messieurs, and everyone in between, that brings us to today's first prize Fossil of the Day award, which shall be given. A drum roll if you please. It is given to developed country members of the XCOM on the WIM. If you don't know what that means, it's cool, you're saying. It seems that there's a birthday in the house today. Young WIM is turning 5. Oh, that's so sweet. I wonder what special gifts WIM will receive. A bike, a shiny toy car, or perhaps a fossil. Ooh. Today's Fossil Award goes to the developed country members on the WIM, the Warsaw International Mechanism for Loss and Damage. As the WIM celebrates its 5th birthday back in the country of its birth, Poland, it's worth noting that it has spent those 5 years failing to appropriately tackle the thorny issue of finance for loss and damage. Why? Well, that would be down to the developed country delegates who have served on the XCOM of the WIM over those years, currently represented by, can we get a boo for each of these, Ron? US, EU, Austria, Norway, Australia, UK, Russia, Japan, and Germany. Developed countries have too often stood in the way of meaningfully addressing the mandate from Warsaw in 2013 and the Paris Agreement to facilitate and enhance action and support on a collaborative and facilitative basis. Instead, they apply an overly strong focus on driving insurance solutions and refuse to take responsibility for their large share in causing the climate crisis and severely harming vulnerable countries. Is there anyone who could collect this shameful award?
Me!
Oh, we got an enthusiastic Australian. Good. Is there anything you'd like to say for yourself?
Yes.
Firstly, thank you. It's been a hard slog going 5 years without talking about climate finance for loss and damage, but we did it. We did it. Thank you very much for this award, Fossil. Thank you, everyone. Let's go for another 5 years of no climate finance for loss and damage. Cheers! And never let some free call go to waste, eh?
Yeah, you can do that. And in closing, we would like to sing a special version of the Happy Birthday song to the tune of Happy Birthday. And we'd like to enjoin all of you to join with us. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. May happy
very much, everybody. But our show does not end here, because this was just the second fossil of the day, and we are gonna. Thank you very much. Being ready. Because today we also need to talk a tiny bit about money, which will be hard because I have a microphone. But simple magic trick, right? You got some money here. Ready? All you got to do is pass it over here, and then you give it the fossil. Oh no, you're done! But I still have money over here, but you don't get any. Isn't that kind of cool how international finance mechanisms work? Yeah, but look, fossil, like, I know you're my son, but I just don't have any money for you. Yeah, I know child support, but I'm not really responsible for you. I mean, I just don't have any money. Look, I know I'm one of the richest economies in the world, or all of the richest economies in the world, but, I still don't have it because, look, fossil, we gotta be honest, man. Daddy's got a pretty heavy fossil fuel addiction. And that's just coming in priority over taking care of, the loss and damages that I'm partially responsible for. And look, as a member of the government of our first prize fossil winner said, I'm not even sure your problems are human created. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, and everyone in between, a drum roll for today's first prize fossil award. It is given to Austria. It looks like we have some new bad boys in town. Now, they aren't the usual suspects, and that doesn't mean they are well behaved. So much so that they may be getting rid of a bit of coal in their stocking this Christmas. Today's first place fossil goes to Austria. The EU Council, under the lead of Austrian presidency, wants to subsidize existing and new coal plants for the next 17 years, until 2035. Unfortunately, this is not the kind of leadership we're looking for, Austria. The so-called capacity mechanisms are used as backdoor subsidies for the most uneconomic and polluting power plants. These subsidies add 58 billion to energy bills of EU citizens for funding coal, gas, and nuclear. Coal power plants receive the vast majority of it, and polluters plan to even build new coal plants in the EU thanks to these subsidies. Ooh, yeah, right? I mean, 58 billion of public money, and that still goes to coal, nuclear, and gas? What is going on? Austria leads the EU member states in these negotiations, which could end these subsidies to coal, but is choosing to please coal laggards like Poland or Greece, Bulgaria, rather than listen to the progressive member states and put an end to subsidies for coal. Those still waiting for a happy ending? Sorry. Austria, in its special role at this COP, has been largely silent and has failed to provide crucial signals on climate finance and regain the trust of developing countries. To top it all off, Vice Chancellor Strach has poured ridicule on the presidency by denying anthropogenic climate change. What is perhaps even worse is the fact that the rest of the government has been silent on this issue, despite those comments coming during the crucial climate summit in Katowice. All in all, this has damaged the credibility of EU member states at this COP and sabotaged the ability to show real leadership and take the necessary domestic action of quitting coal and cleaning up our cars as elemental steps towards 1.5 degrees. Can we get a boo for Austria? Is there anyone daring enough to accept this award today? Oh, here you are. Step right up here. You really deserve this. I really find all this is that hard to get the 100 billion, and yet Europe's throwing 58 billion on fossil fuel and nuclear subsidies?
Yeah, thanks a lot to everybody for this prize. It means really a lot to us, and it will help us to remember these days in December when we gave way to the coal industry and proposed coal subsidies to be allowed until 2035. We know that this money is desperately needed for climate action and for the support of developing countries, but we are a tolerant government and we don't like conflicts. And this is also why we tolerated that our Vice Chancellor denies man-made climate change, and we would never say a word against it. However, our zero tolerance comes to an end when we talk about migrants. So that's why we put all our energy in this EU presidency to close EU borders for migrants and refugees that seek shelter. And sorry to say, there was no energy left for fighting for climate action. Thanks for this prize.
Austria. Thank you very much, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. This has been Fossil of the Day Award here at COP24 in Katowice. We will be here tomorrow and every day at 6 p.m. to find out who's the best at being the worst, who does the most to do the least, and who's the getting me angry. But in closing, we'll finish by singing the Fossil of the Day song. Perhaps we'll do it quickly this time and see if it goes better with the music. A one, a two, a one, two, three.